Hey, hello everybody. Welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having a great day. Leaving a like, leaving a comment, or subscribing. It helps out the channel more than you know. Welcome back to another News I Missed, where I talk about the news that was in the news, but I somehow missed it. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. Telefónica, the largest telecom provider in España, reportedly now accepts Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies for purchases on its tech marketplace following the integration of a payment option from Spain's biggest crypto exchange, Bit2Me. Okay, that's a name. The firm reportedly enabled cryptocurrency transactions. Oh my gosh, someone's got the name for that. On the website Thu. There is a website, it is called Thu, and someone got the name for that. That is incredible. This week, Telefónica also announced that it had been working with Qualcomm to develop augmented reality and metaverse-related products and services. The official note said, this agreement opens the opportunity to deliver new experiences to customers merging the digital and analog worlds, reimagining commerce, entertainment, and communication in the metaverse, end quote. So the news is the largest telecom provider in España is apparently now accepting Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies for purchases. What was the other thing? Maybe I'm being constantly far too cynical. I know, I can hear it in my own voice. But it always seems a bit weird, the idea of like metaverse shopping. It just sounds a little off-putting or weird to me, the idea of walking through a metaverse store. Like, remember the other day we had news that there's some company who's making, backing it up, everyone's making a metaverse. I'm not sure if you got that far in your brains yet. But the news that we had a couple of days ago, there was another company who's making, what was it? It wasn't Samsung. It was something also along those lines, who's making like a metaverse, and there will be like a Ferris wheel there. Like, why would I be going to your phone company's metaverse just to go on a digital Ferris wheel? Like, a lot of it just doesn't seem that interesting to me. Like the whole like customer relations kind of thing. Will I be talking to a robot human person metaverse thing? Like, will I be putting on a headset to go into Telefónica's space and then being like, hey, my internet's not working? And they're like, oh, we see that. But I'm like, I could have just called you. No, but the metaverse is cooler. And then we have like a long conversation as to why this should have just been over a phone as opposed to me. Anyway, so cool. I'd wonder what they're going to be doing. Like, what's a metaverse related product? Like, what if I need my internet fixed? Can you do it through the metaverse? I have so many questions. I just kind of want to see what this is all going to look like, because everyone's kind of like launching their thing now. And I guess in 5 to 10 years, I'll be like, oh, okay, now it makes sense. But I'm still in that like, Nintendo. Anyway, that's the Telefónica is launching, or rather accepts cryptocurrencies and is launching the metaverse related services. Whoa, that's crazy, right? Isn't that cool? No. All right. Let's move on. Also everybody else is doing it. The world's largest issuer of exchange-traded funds, Blackrock, is making another big bet in the crypto space with the launch of a metaverse ETF. BlackRock's BlackRock's iShares Future Metaverse Tech and Communications ETF, will seek to track companies having exposure to the metaverse. As per the filing on Thursday, the ETF issuer has yet to reveal the fees for the ticker for the ETF. The BlackRock Metaverse ETF fund could include other firms that offer products and services linked to social media, virtual platforms, digital assets, gaming, augmented reality, and much, much more. Interestingly, the fund launch comes at a time when there's a major slowdown in the metaverse space currently. There's a slowdown in everything. The world around us is collapsing. Like, what more do you want from everyone? Speaking to Bloomberg, Todd Sun, or Zon, I don't know, Sohn, ETF strategist at Strategas, okay? Security said, you can tell from other metaverse blockchain funds that interest has waned. I get the long-term idea, but now there's a ton of competition in this space too. So yeah, first of all, end quote. I assume that they're launching it because there's a lot of competition and they want to make sure that they're not the last one into it because they're Blackrock. So cool. This, of course, made very popular news. Anything Blackrocky always ends up making it into the cryptocurrency news space. For those of you who don't know or were not here or simply were living under a Blackrock, boom, boom, they're into Bitcoin and they're buying Bitcoin and they want a lot of it. And that's what really solidified for me that despite prices going down, we're probably going to end up hitting $1 million Bitcoin because BlackRock is not here to make a 12% profit and then lead the room. They're going to be going extra hard to make sure that they make as much monies as possible. So listen, here once again, here we are. Everyone is making a metaverse. Every company, every institution, every video, there's something about someone joining. We had news, what was it recently? The XRP, metaverse, NFT, space news, and then the Ethereum one. In 10 years, once again, it'll make a lot of sense. We'll see what all these things look like. But now it's like everyone's like piling into it at the exact same time. Don't forget, earlier this year, a lot of companies were saying that they believed that at the beginning of 2022, we were experiencing like what was kind of like a .com bubble burst. There were so many metaverse, NFT, everything news last year. A lot of that has, flown down to the ground, down by 95, 99%, because everything else around the world is as well. But with all of the, all of the money flowing behind the scenes or in front of our faces from every single company who has announced that they're getting into the metaverse in some kind of way, I expect it to be a relatively large part of everyone's life. It appears like they're trying to make it the next internet because they're all launching one. They're all into it in some sort of way. So we'll see. Just a matter of time. That's how time works. That's the Blackrock is launching a metaverse ETF news. Yeah. Let's move on. Also in the news, not sure why this is always popular, cryptocurrency exchange Binance has registered as a financial service provider in New Zealand and has launched Binance New Zealand. Good for them. According to an emailed announcement, the registration was made with New Zealand's Ministry of Business, Innovation and Employment, or MB, literally spelled MBIE, on the 10th of September, and comes after similar recent moves towards global expansion in France, Italia, España, among others. And I don't have to really read all the rest. He's talking about how like we want it to be in New Zealand because it's a market and money, all that other kind of stuff. But I thought we had run out of countries at this point. I don't know how it's still continuing. Like, I'm actually a little confused. I really thought that Binance was simply everywhere at this point. So yeah, cool, wonderful for them. This is all the time, every single day. Binance is either, Changpeng Cao is usually traveling around the world, shaking hands with world leaders and talking about how they added him as a friend on Facebook and how cool they are. And they take like these group shots in airplanes and all this other stuff. And yeah, so it logically makes sense that, the regulators were like, Binance evil. Binance need to make sure that Binance have regulatory approval. I shook my finger on that one. And now they do everywhere. They're making physical locations. All they did was make the monster stronger. All they did was make sure that Binance is literally everywhere on the planet now. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. That's the Binance. Officially has launched a Binance New Zealand. They're everywhere. No? Am I going crazy? Will we have another country sometime next week? I feel like they're everywhere at this point. That should have been the last country on the list. That's the Binance New Zealand news. Yeah, woo! Presence in New Zealand. Changpeng Cao, Monday. All right, this is getting ridiculous. Let's move on. And also in the news, Fidelity has $5 million invested in a new Ethereum index fund, according to registration documentation filed on the Dation with the U.S. SEC. The asset manager, which has $4.5 trillion on its books, registered its Fidelity Ethereum index fund on Tuesday, but said in its SEC filing that the first sale took place on the 26th of November. Geez Louise, September. What's wrong with me? Last month, Fidelity was rumored to be considering offering Bitcoin trading to its more than 34 million retail customers, though the news did not come from Fidelity directly. I think, didn't it? I'm pretty sure it did. We had Mike Novogratz who told everyone that it was going to happen, but like the same day or the day after, weren't they like, sorry, not sorry? Who said that? There was somebody who kind of confirmed that it was definitely going to be happening. So I guess the news is that Fidelity, who's been into crypto since the end of 2018, has $5 million in an Ethereum index fund, openly are into Bitcoin, have been trying to launch Bitcoin ETFs, and I think they were the first company. So for those of you who missed it, the US SEC has been stopping every single Bitcoin ETF since about 1922 or something like that. And then Canada had their first Bitcoin ETF, and the people from Fidelity literally picked up their suitcases, walked over the border over here, and they were the first people to invest millions of dollars into the first physical Canadian Bitcoin ETF. So I guess it logically makes sense that they would do the same exact thing for Ethereum. Cool. So the news is rich people are still riching, making sure that they make that monies while the prices are low. Because, we won't be at these prices forever. It's just logical. So I can't say good job, Fidelity, because they're already trillionaires. So, I don't want to, give them any more bucks. But that's the Fidelity news. Yeah, in case you were wondering if institutions were still here. I mean, if the daily news doesn't do it for you, I don't know what does. We rarely, if ever, have any, bad news in the crypto space. It's always constantly, more money's flowing into the ecosystem. That's the Fidelity news. And yeah. Well, let's move on. Right. I do hope that you've all enjoyed. I do hope that you all are having a great day, great morning, great afternoon, great evening, great summer, great winter, great spring, great autumn, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I do hope it is absolutely fan-freaking-tastic. Thank you all once again for liking, commenting, subscribing, or supporting in your own way. And I will most certainly be talking. That one looks like Butters. That's really funny. Be talking to you all soon. Ooh, 2 Bitcoin buses. Look at that. See you.